Welcome all of you here once again in another session, and we start it now. This week's live mock. Before I proceed, let me inform you of this selection ka Mahotsav sale which ends today. One can use the code SELECT and grab flat 40% off and 2 times validity on any subscription in the SSC stream. Do check. We'll see in detail in the end. Let's start this week's live mock. There was the live test, yes. Let me just reduce the brightness so that it goes clearer. Wait a sec. Must be. Okay, here we go. When I opened the set, I checked. The first question is just grammar, so didn't read the passage. When you have to save time, you have to work smarter like this. I'm not saying I am smart, but somewhat. Renewable energy has blank space, significant expansion over the last decade. All of us know have, has, had take a third form. So just one third form here. And that is the answer. There was also grammar, so I didn't read the RC. This progress, blank space reduced, once again, this is third form, before which there should be has, have, had, and read the sentence further. But not only this, but also has generated, so has reduced. Progress is singular, for sure, singular. Doubts and objections welcome. What about incentives? If you are preparing for government jobs, you must know this in real life also. Sometimes we get fixed amount of salary, but I was called on a Sunday also. So I got paid for that day. Incentives, some extra rewards, I can say. Some extra amount. Punishment can't be incentive. Discouragement, no, that's a positive word. Objection, no. Rewards like options were so easy, you need not check the passage. Since the options were so easy, I'm not suggesting that you don't read the passage and answer such questions. They are so difficult when it comes to banking, regulatory bodies, and such examinations. The meaning of the word depends upon the context of the passage, but it should be somewhat similar, either this way or that way. Can't be opposite. Can't be opposite. Since the options were so easy, didn't read the RC. If they were close, would definitely answer as per the passage. Collaboration, work together. On Instagram, we have collab feature. Coordination possible. Restructuring is not collaboration. Representation is not. Diversification is not. So once again, easy peasy options, direct elimination. I went ahead. Which of these best summarizes the passage? For which I'll have to read the passage. We'll read later. I did not read. We will answer this in the end. Estimate is to check. I'm going to Goa. Flight tickets, then staying out there. We know the value of or the meaning of the word estimate. Detail? No. Assess? Yes. Assessment, to check, analyze, find out. Yes. Evoke? No, not that negative. Investigation is a technical term. If I'm just checking, I'll be spending that much, this much, this much. It's not investigation to find out something hidden and all. I'm just assessing things. The most appropriate choice. Doubts, welcome. Courtesy. When you talk about court and all, You have to follow the formal structures there in Supreme Court or any such. So courtesy has to be, thank you, please sit down, please, 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 you're welcome, hey dear. Gentleness, yes, but you were asking the antonym. Culture, yes, you are cordially invited. All three positive, the only negative, rudeness. Apple of eye, quite easy peasy, someone we love. Apple of discord, someone we hate. Apple of discord. Concord is a positive word like agreement and all, harmony. Discord, I hate you. Issue a challenge, no. Have a subordinate, lesser, smaller, I hate you. Make money, I hate you. Subject of contention, debate, or envy, jealousy, yes, I hate you. Apple of eye, a positive one. Apple of discord, the opposite one. The manager asked the staff to welcome the guests. Come, come, come. So complement is to complete. Manager and staff won't be completing the guests. They'll just welcome. Nope. It should be this. No, no, this. Either the first or the fourth one. And not add unnecessary details. Here it should be complement, to complete, to add. Hey, this is complimentary from our side. And you're looking fabulous. Thanks for the compliment. So manager asked the staff to welcome the guests, either the first or the fourth one, and not add any detail. That compliment should be here. Even yes, Ivan, no. The first compliment, to praise someone, looking dashing. Thanks for the compliment. The second one is to add, complete, complementary angles in mathematics, complementary dishes in a restaurant. That was not easy. Wasn't. Something which is original, pristine, in its pure state, in its original state. So indigenous has to be, it belongs to India. For example, we see the tag made in China, made in Vietnam and all. No, it wasn't made in India, has to be imported and all. But made in India, that's the indigenous one, somewhat similar. Undone will be opposite. Purified, that means it has been purified, that means it wasn't pure, can't be original. Handwork, something done by hand, maybe here, maybe there in a different nation. So yep, indigenous, native, belonging to the same country, original. School will host a science fair in passive voice. Okay, so a science fair will be hosted by the school. Future indefinite, first and foremost. Will be hosted, okay, no ing. What about future? No ing. Combat is to fight. Submit can't be combat. No, no, never. Surrender will be the opposite. I checked again. No, synonym. Investigation, not at all related. Thwart is to reduce the progress of. Watching US versus Iran or Russia versus Ukraine, yes. Out of the options available, however, in the thesaurus it exists. In the thesaurus, it exists, but let me say out of elimination. Submit can't be combat, which is to fight. Surrender can't be combat, which is to fight. Thwart, yes. And when you fight, things get reduced. Manpower also, resources also. So out of elimination, the most appropriate one. And is one of the answers, is one of the synonyms of the word combat, which is to fight, which ends in reduction for sure. He realized he has gone over the dot, not an idiom, with the seating arrangements. He has mismatched, shuffled, nothing like over the mop, over the hope, over the top. Yes, over the top. I've done something wrong. That's the idiom. No other idiom exists. Over the dot, over the mop, over the hope, over the cop. No, over the top. Gild the lily we have done this before. Lily is a flower. Learn the idiom etymologically. And every flower has its beauty. Yes, I know gold is so precious, so attractive, but every flower has its beauty. If you put gold to the flowers, they will lose their beauty. They are famous for their natural beauty. They shouldn't be touched. Gild the lily is to make something which is already perfect, adding extra details to that, which will eventually make it bad. It was already perfect. Painting flowers to enhance, that's the literal meaning, not the idiomatic one. Criticize, no. Adding unnecessary details, click it, because that's the meaning, to something already beautiful, complete, or perfect. Gilding the lily. Designed to be useful or practical rather than attractive. Language is weak. Useful is useful. Can be practical, cannot be practical, or designed to be useful. Feel the passive tone. Designed to be useful, not useful. Maybe, may not be. Language is weak. Resourceful, na. Utilities, we better know. On Paytm or any other website, PhonePe, etc. We can pay bills, credit card, this. The utility payments, all of us know. Utilitarian, absolutely is exactly the same. Designed to be useful or practical rather than just attractive is utilitarian. Press, all of us know, has some of those meanings. Press, pressure, the noun form, to push something firmly against another surface. Yep. Newspapers and journalists are called press media. A machine used to print at least is called press, for sure. A narrow mountain path. I'll have to click one of these for sure. I know these three are the meaning. It must not be then. Something which is safe to eat, edible, safe to drink, portable. Edible, fit to be eaten, portable, fit to be drunk. Portable, straight, nascent, not aware, crusade, pedantic, showing exaggerated amount of knowledge that you have, shown off, not at all. Edible, fit to be eaten, portable, fit to be drunk or safe to drink. Edible, portable, remember, so common. I clicked it so fast, I knew I might have made a mistake because I didn't check the options, but as a teacher, I clicked it. As a student, I would take time and answer this then. However, I found it easy peasy. Such delayed information cannot be the first one. A report that arrives may be. It can determine can never be the first one. Hence can never ever be the first one. Looking at the second one because it feels good. In disaster response, speed and hence one should be the last one. So either this or that has to be the last one. Fifth one, hence, giving us unanimously the second one, the first one. In disaster response, speed is not just a matter of administrative efficiency. Now reading it as per the first option. It can determine speed is not a matter of administrative efficiency. It can determine whether help reaches a village speed before local arrangements break down completely. Okay. A report that arrives after roads have been blocked, supplies have been diverted, may describe the crisis accurately. And this is the report, the strongest keyword I felt. A report that arrives after things have been blocked obviously has to be the delayed report or information, which made me think it should be correct. And I clicked it. It is correct. For sure it has to be. Descriptive too, unanimously. Speed can determine whether help reaches. Sure. Now two more keywords. Report that arrives after things have been blocked obviously is delayed. Hence the conclusion one. All out there and all correct. To limit or keep things under control is to restrain. Spell check. Nothing like this is a common word. Restrain is a common word I think all of us know. If you do not know, do know this. They keep on asking. Restrain, limit, keep under control. Charge with a different meaning from the others. He will charge you for the extra services in terms of payment. Company decided to charge customers extra for delivery, payment. Hotel will charge additional fee, payment. Please charge your phone before leaving, not the payment one. The mountaineer looked exhausted. Hey, what happened? You look exhausted. Because she climbed for 11 hours. No, indefinite tense shouldn't have this since and for variation. It should be perfect continuous first of all. And I have better than the best. If not, would pick this one then. Impossible with since and for. The situation doesn't belong to present tense. Impossible. More appropriate, I have been suffering from fever since last night for 11 hours. Had been climbing. Doubts, objections, welcome. The ferry will leave at dawn tomorrow. No problem. So the crew has been asked to report tonight, which can replace the bold phrase PM leaves for China next month. India faces Australia tomorrow. Present indefinite tenses show scheduled future events. V2 can't be with tomorrow. Has left, then why tomorrow has left is done. Had left will be so horrible. Options easy. ING shows the continuity. He has been fishing. Done. What about the others? She enjoys climbing. This is non-finite here, gerund here. No continuity. She the subject, enjoy the main verb, climbing, a non-finite. He enjoys thinking, a non-finite, gerund. He enjoys hunting, a non-finite, gerund. He has been fishing since early morning. He has been doing something, the only verb form available, the finite verb. Almost done in probably 20 minutes. Let the lantern burn low until the chicks settle. The keeper suggested, now this is present subjunctive mood, I think you remember. I suggest he join this post. Present subjunctive, V1, without an SES, independent of the subject. I suggest he join, you join, she join, they join, Ravi join, Mohan join. No SES joins like that. I suggest he do this. I suggest she take a rest. No SES, the present subjunctive mood with the verbs suggest, demand, order, command, insist and all. So although the lantern is a singular subject, but that's the subjunctive mood. So no SES allowed. V1 straight. Active voice. Active voice shouldn't have be plus V3, and be is MR was verb plus V3 has to be passive. So was completed is passive. Was stolen is passive. Was honored is passive. Without even reading you can click because the rest of those are passive. And done. We just left, I did, solving it live, because the rest of those questions were answered without even reading the passage. Now, skimming it, not reading in detail, we'll eliminate the options then. India's energy sector experienced expansion, positioning the country, leading nations, ambitious targets, power generation has increased capacity, states major contributors to the transformation. I don't read this way, please don't take me wrong. But since we have already answered 4 questions without reading the passage, can save time. And if you have time, just like, I'm sorry, I solved in 9 minutes. Now we have 15 minutes, the sectional timer, I have 6 minutes almost to solve this one question. I will read this way. The government's initiatives, including the But here, the government's initiatives have played crucial role, all positive. Financial incentives, collaborations, progresses, reduced dependence on fossil fuels, also employment opportunities. Renewable energy is also driving social environmental change by promoting, okay, all positive. India's renewable energy growth reflects technological progress, policy support, sustainable development. Yes. India's industrial? No, it was talking about energy all across. No industries out there. Renewable energy sector, no industry. Renewable energy projects in India have created environmental challenges. That's negative. Government policies in India focus on limiting industrial. No, we are not talking about government policies. I should have read for 1 minute and would have answered this one too. Done. So that's all I had from my side. I know that was easy. The easiest shift probably that day if this is the examination. But yes, at Oliveboard we come across difficult ones, moderate ones, and easy ones as we come across in the real examinations also. Thank you so much for being here. If you have a doubt, feel free to say. Let me just show you. Even before that, let me show you that at Oliveboard now every set is available with a sectional timer. Sectional timing, sectional timing, sectional timing. Make use of it and adapt yourself to this, because in the real examination you are going to come across the same. And yes, before I finish, let me inform you of this ongoing offer. One can opt for any of these: SSC Lite, Elite, Super Elite. We personally suggest. Everything is included in this: the current courses, the upcoming courses, the batches, videos, mock tests, PYQs, everything in the SSC stream. I repeat, the upcoming batches too, which are going to start. If you are preparing for both the examinations, SSC and Railways, can opt for the combo. Every single detail is mentioned, what's included, what's not. Just go through that clearly. Can apply the code SELECT to grab it for 40% off and 2 times validity. Choose the desired validity. Thanks a lot. See you pretty soon tomorrow for a practice session. Thank you, everyone. See you. Take care. Be safe. Thanks a lot.